What do you do when you walk out of your office and into the kitchen and catch two radiated rat snakes in the throes of passion? That's what happened here. I got a male and a female mating. As soon as they saw me, the male bolted back outside. The female had other ideas and shot underneath the kitchen counter. Well, got to get her out of there.
It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like that, huh? It's gonna be like that. Yeah, bunch of different scars on her. You've been through some stuff, haven't you? She is beautiful, though. Look, a big snake. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt your love time. Get her. See, it's not so bad. Not so bad.
Pinky came home with a major score from one of the neighbors who was clearing out their inventory of live prickly pear cactus. This is one of the favorite sulcata tortoise foods, and Pinky, never shy to pounce on an opportunity, took all the prickly pear that had been cut down at the neighbors and brought it here to our yard for relocation. So we're going to spend some time getting those planted, and hopefully we have some very happy tortoises as a result. And in keeping with the theme here as of late, a few days or a week or so at our house in the village leads to some stir craziness, and we jump in the truck and head south. This time down to Hoi Hin to visit some friends for a few days, and then back up to Bangkok for a night in a fairly unique location by Bangkok standards. Sitting here at our cabin for the night on the edge of the canal here. We are at a place called, I think it's Bunka Chow, if I'm saying that right, which I'm probably not. It's a little area just outside of Bangkok, or may actually be contained within Bangkok. I don't know. I'm sitting here in like this sort of jungly scene, but I'm looking at the skyline of Bangkok right over the trees there. So we're super close to the city, which is nuts because obviously Bangkok is so heavily populated and just a massive city. And then you come out here and it's like a step back in time. So we got this little cabin by the canal, and I found this place online because I had seen other YouTube videos and heard that it was a good place to find snakes and lizards and all kinds of creepy crawlies, which you guys know that I love. So the last couple times we've been down to Bangkok, I've been meaning to get out here and do a little exploring, and it just didn't line up right. But Pinky and I went to visit some friends in Hoi Hin. On our way back here, we decided to stop and do a little night exploring. So I've got my headlamp and my camera, of course, and gonna head out just as it gets dark. So I'll probably grab something to eat and then go see what kind of creepy crawlies we can find. Just in the couple hours that we've been here, I've seen a ton of water monitors, like giant water monitors, full-size adults, 6 to 8 feet, just some big fat beasts. Also some younger ones swimming around, so it seems to be a pretty healthy water monitor population, which you see those in the canals right in Bangkok. So they're pretty hardy creatures and seem to adapt well to any sort of aquatic situation here, but they are definitely thriving out here where we are. Also saw an otter, which I didn't expect to see, but yeah, we were out eating lunch just up the canal, and an otter went bounding by, so pretty cool. So already off to a good start here on the wildlife front, and it's not even dark yet. All right, so this is pretty crazy. I have not even been out hunting for, I don't know, 3 minutes. Like, I'm at the gate of the hotel. I haven't even hit the trail yet. And already I found a macrops. It's a green tree viper, I think. Incredible. Yeah, that's one of the snakes. They're fairly common overall, but I've never seen one in the wild, and it was definitely one of the 2 snakes that I wanted to find tonight. And within minutes, I've already checked one off the list here. So really hoping to see some more of those, but really, truly would love to find a reticulated python out here. They're here. They're not super common in this area, but there is a pretty good chance I can find one. But even if I find nothing else tonight, just finding that macrops viper is a huge win. So super, super cool. Pretty cool water monitor. Seen a bunch of these today. It's a mid-sized one. There are some absolute monsters lurking in here, but he's not one of them. I spent a couple more hours wandering around the streets and the jungles, and aside from what you see here, there wasn't much else for wildlife. Outside of the primary canals, the entire area was very dry, I think much more so than it usually would be this time of year, but due to the overall lack of rain, the places that you could tell would normally hold water were bone dry, and I think as a result, a lot of the animals are still just kind of hunkered down and not quite as active as they would be otherwise. Either way though, just seeing the pit viper and the few other critters made this trip definitely worthwhile, and I can't wait to come back here and explore some more. Last stop on the way home is a place called Talaad Thai, and this is one of Southeast Asia's largest wholesale food markets. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing here. This place is spread across 214 acres and open 24/7. Around 12,000 tons of food move through here every day, alongside 100,000 people and 25,000 vehicles. With 3,500 merchants and an annual trading value of roughly 180 billion baht, Talaad Thai is one of the massive, mostly unseen engines that keeps Bangkok and much of the region fed. Huge hangar-like buildings stretched out as far as you can see, each one containing a different food type. Seafood in one, meat in another, fruit and vegetables in yet another one. A lot of these warehouses were dedicated to one single fruit type, like an entire hangar full of durians, and another one full of only bananas, and another one full of only rambutan. On and on and on it went. Pinky picked up a couple bags full of fruit to bring back home and share with the rest of our village.